Good evening, ladies as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. What a good day today is. Had a good priest run. Having currently, for now, a good mage run. My girlfriend, who is awesome, made this delicious coconut curry soup, which I'm eating right now. She also made delicious frosted cookies, which I had 2 of. Life's good. So let's see what we have here at a priest. Well, that is a tough one. Furusawa, like the legendary director. Finally, something I know in another person's name. Gotta keep the mirror image, hoping to get a mana worm. Do have 2 of those. Nope. Ah, the wrong 1 mana card here. Icelands are pretty damn dead. Ouch, this is bad. I have the Sapper, who is worse when you're second. And I have nothing to do until... Oh my god, it's a mana worm. Okay. So I'm not actually going to do the coin mirror image thing. That is a very impressive looking play, but I've actually beaten it many times. And part of the reason why it's not that great is you don't really need to put these mirror images out right away. It's better to save your coin for better times. Okay. So we have, wow, quite the bevy of options here. I could do Frostbolt. Yeah, I mean, this is definitely getting frostbolted. That's a fact. So let's just do that. And now I think I could actually do coin mirror image, which would make this a 4/3. But then I wouldn't have the coin, which I might want to have later. So I'm actually going to leave that alone. This makes it vulnerable to Shadow Word Pain and Wolf Rider. But honestly, if he uses Shadow Word Pain or a Wolf Rider to kill a mana worm, that's a pretty big victory. Alright, he's going to play Shattered Sun Cleric, which is fine. We gotta make some tough choices here. So one option, I could play the Goblin Sapper, coin mirror image, try to have the mirror images hold the fort against this cleric, and hit him in the face. Another option is I don't use the coin this turn. I just trade the mana worm in for the cleric, play the Sapper, and then that way I can coin into a 5-drop next turn. So what's more valuable to me, maintaining this worm or getting a 5-drop early? Alright, let's go for the 5-drop early. He's not gonna have Holy Nova for a little while yet. This 2/4 is good against his 3/2. Can't play anything next turn, which is a bit scary, but let's go for the throat here. Alright, Power Word Shield's pretty good on this. Survives the Sapper and the ping. I really want something to play right now. Find another mana worm. Well, is it worth it to Ice Lance this to protect my mirror image? And also buff both worms? Alright. If I use the Ice Lance, I lose the opportunity to hit him in the face with it later, but this seems like a pretty good time to use it. Although, why not just let the mirror image happen? What's he going to play for 5 mana that will screw up the mirror image? Yeah. I don't see a need to use Ice Lance here. So we're going to just ping that and hit him in the face. Down to 20 and pass the turn. So a little risky here. I mean, he could play a Holy Nova now. Kill this, damage these guys, heal this back up. And that is what he's going to do. He should really kill this mana worm while he has the chance. And he does that. Smart play. Now we have these 2 guys out here. I'm just going to play the Tiger and hit him in the face. Don't really see any particular reason to play the Fen Creeper. It dies to Shadow Word Pain, which of course he probably doesn't have because he would have used it against the Mana Worm earlier if he did have it. But this thing hits harder, and I'm more concerned about being able to hit harder than about playing a big taunt. Now, if he were to play something like a Boulder Fist Ogre, here's where I'd use Ice Lance, I think, and just hit him in the face. He has 6 cards, so this thing is very, very temporary. Once he plays a card, this thing will drop, and he kills a Mana Worm or my Sapper. Kills the worm, which is fine, and that's actually really okay in my books, honestly, because I can kill this Kodo. And I'm going to play the Golem as opposed to the Ogre. I was going to play the Ogre before, of course, but the Ogre and the Golem hit equally hard, but this one comes back from Shadow Word Death and the other one doesn't. So yeah, now I got a random 4-drop, which should be something pretty good. 4/3, not bad. Alright, he plays a Yeti. Well, I've just been in command this whole game. Let's think about this. I have 5, 9, 11. Is it worth using an Ice Lance on this? I could run in the Houndmaster, ping it, but then these guys are pretty fragile. I think I'd rather just play the Tiger. Or attack with the Tiger. Why don't we just do this? I'm gonna do this, give us both a mechanical part, see what we get. +1 attack, alright. Doesn't really help at all. Well, if I give the Fen Creeper +1 attack, it can't be shadow worded, but I think what I want to do is play the Ogre next. And swing a ding ding. So he had one Shadow Word Death. We'll now find out if he had a second one for this Ogre. Violet Teacher could still have a Shadow Word Death, and the answer is Velen's Chosen. Well, this is actually fantastic, because Velen's Chosen is a very good card and all, but he doesn't have Taunt here, so I can just go past him. Ah, he gives it Taunt. Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good one there. Almost as good as Freezing Coolant. So, let's see. Can I get past that? I mean, of course I can. How do I do it most efficiently? I could. Whirling Blades. There's a 6, 7, 8. Oh, not quite. Let's see. 6, 7, 8, 9. I think that's the best way to do it. So we're going to do that. That. I guess this thing. Hit him in the face. And we'll ping that off. So he didn't have anything good last turn except for Violet Teacher, Velen's Chosen, and Rusty Horn. Spending 3 cards to make 1 big taunt. Did he find anything good? Blue Go Warrior will kill off my Stormsuck Commando. Heal, his means still dead, so Ogre plus the ping. Dark Iron Dwarf doesn't do anything. Alright, game's over. Smart move on his part, though. Just passing the turn. Maybe I would have missed it. Maybe I would have hit the 4/4. Pretty good. There was one point where I called out that him having a Holy Nova would have been good for him, and he had it. And there was one point where Shadow Word Death would have been good for him, and he had that too. So, even so, I just won totally commandingly. Definitely a good draft, and okay, I feel safe now. I said this was a good deck when I drafted it, and for the first time in what seems like a millennium, I might actually be correct. Tasty soup. Alright, well, let's see who else is next. Also, of course, Priest is the Mage's worst matchup, so it's nice to beat one of those handily. We have a Warlock, alright. Yankee the Warlock. Not a bad opening hand here. Gonna mulligan the 2 obvious mulligans. Keep the Juggler and the Bolt. Not the greatest mulligan return here. After this Knife Juggler dies, I don't really have much going for me. Okay. I'm gonna make an unusual move here. I'm just gonna pass. I'm not in any rush to kill this Zombie Chow, because the damage it deals will be cancelled when it dies. Okay. Let's just keep it simple. You need to Frostbolt the Flame Imp, because the Zombie Chow, you know, you want it to hit you one more time, so then it dies, and then you get the healing. And I'm probably going to coin into a Water Elemental next time. Warrior doesn't have any really great answers to it. So Pint-Sized Summoner might mean he could play a 5-drop next turn, which is a bit obnoxious, but nothing I can really do about it. Oh, I could Frostbolt instead of playing a Water Elemental. Oh boy. Okay, I'm going to play the Water Elemental, and I want to explain why. If he does play a really good 5-drop, I've got the answer for it. So I'd want him to do that, actually. I want him to play the 5-drop, I Fireball it, I kill his Pint-Sized Summoner, and then I'm in the lead. But if I didn't have these removal cards, I probably wouldn't have done this so casually. I probably would have, like, you know, Frostbolted the Pint-Sized Summoner.
So many possibilities.
Boppity-boo. He doesn't actually have a good 5-drop. He just has a 4-drop and wastes the Pint-Sized extra mana. Okay, so he's actually going to kill the Elemental with the Fell Cannon. That, okay, I actually did not really see that he was doing that. That's a pretty good move. Pretty good move. Okay. So I could do the Knife Juggler and the Stalker, and then this thing. Well, the problem is this thing might kill the Knife Juggler, but it might also hit the Stalker and do nothing. And then, what, is he not going to play minions? So, yeah, I think I'm going to actually, instead of fireballing this, I'll just play the Stalker and the Knife Juggler. Fling a knife at the wrong target. So this thing can just hit the Knife Juggler. Oh, yeah, that... Yeah, this thing was really good. Nothing I can say about it. It was just really good. It was a great way to bring down water elemental. I think some people would have missed that play, but he had a perfect answer to it. Okay, so now this thing might get hit by his spell cannon, and he really should have killed the knife juggler. Holy crap. Oh my god. 1 in 3 odds, and of course it hits the knife juggler. Ouch. Well, that sucks. If the knife juggler were alive, the things would be very different. But unfortunately, I'm just in bad shape. I'm just gonna fireball this thing, keep this guy hidden. There's no reason for him to come out until I play Cult Master. Cult Master will die. Oh my god, I can't believe how good this thing is. This thing, when I played with it just recently, it was terrible, and then like now it's amazing because it just like kills everything. So Cult Master might die to it if I play the Cult Master. Okay, finally, luck catches up to him a little bit. Don't really have any options here. We need to play the Annoyatron. Need to Frostbolt this. Hang it. Do I run this in there? Because this is a mech, so this thing cannot target my Annoyatron, so he could either target the Stalker or whatever he plays. Does that mean I should just throw it away? I don't think so. I think I'm going to reveal it and hit him in the face. So, how badly is it going? It feels like it's going terribly, but he's got 5 cards to my 5. Got him down a little bit on life. Golem is a mech, so it won't get hit by this Fel Cannon. So it looks like my Stalker's gonna die. Jesus. I just am utterly shocked by how good that thing has been. So we'll play the Tiger. This Tron doesn't actually do anything right now, so we're gonna play the Ooze and hit him in the face. I had a draft with the Spell Cannon. It was never remotely helpful. Maybe I played it wrong, but this is very obnoxious because that card just won him the game, basically. And for me, it didn't do anything good. Never mind not winning many games, it didn't help me in the slightest at all, ever.
So many possibilities.
Okay, well, it sucks that I've lost my Fireball, which dramatically reduces my possibility of burning him out. I guess he wants to play some minions because he trades his Spell Cannon for my 3/2. Sunwalker is terrific because I can just polymorph it. I could kill it with the Tiger. Oh gosh, now I really want to kill it with the Tiger. Polymorph Ping, hit him in the face. Cult Master's worthless. Am I willing to damage the Tiger to get the Ogre out? And also save the Polymorph? The Golem will kill off my Tiger. No, I think we're gonna just do this. Bing, bing, bing. Hit him in the face. And now he's got to come up with an answer for this Tiger. Then he's going to have to come up with an answer for an Ogre, and he's at 13 health. Now, he is down on the health. What burn do I have? I have a Frostbolt. I have a Fireball. I don't have an Arcane Golem, which is unfortunate. Ouch! Power Overwhelming is pretty good right there. So let's him kill the Tiger. The Golem still comes back, of course. Oh, Void Terror. Wow. Combos have been pretty good for him, so now I'm actually in a lot of trouble because this will actually kill my Ogre. It's a 9/4. Jesus. Okay. I think I have to play the Ogre anyway to try to get rid of this Void Terror. My god, he got good use of Fel Cannon, good use of Void Terror. Gotta give it to Vianchi here. This was some pretty skillful drafting and play. Reckless Rocketeer could actually give him the kill here. What is this, 14? He's going for the face now. Is that the plan? Okay. Yeah. Oh, that's a little bit risky. I mean, if I get past this and get a Fireball, I win. Flame Cannon. Ah, it's not going to do it. Wait. There's got to be some way for me to possibly maybe win. If I run in, ping, play Cult Master? No, I can't. I'd have to lose this to get a card off Cult Master to maybe get a Fireball. Okay, so let's do Flame Cannon then. I have to hit that 1/4. Oh, I hit the Blood Imp. Balls. Well, let's do that. Ping. Hit that. Get a card. Summonberry Protector. Fascinating. Well, let's do that. He can actually... Oh, he can just get through. Never mind. The game's over. Christ. Fell Cannon and a Void Terror. And a Power Overwhelming. 3 all, in my opinion, pretty mediocre cards. Won him that game. Nothing I could do, I don't think. I think he just outplayed me. But I don't think I could have done anything differently. I think I made the right choices. He just had ridiculous stuff that I would have never played around. Damn, that's too bad. So I lose my streak here. Still think the deck is great. I've won 3 pretty confident games. There was one game that was a little scary. Might have lost if the Mage had Flame Strike. And then I lost a ridiculous game that I think to win I would have had to play badly and make bad choices to play around stuff that you don't need to play around generally. Maybe I could have fireballed that Fell Cannon. That could have been the one difference I could have made, I guess. Oh, Christ. So ridiculous. So ridiculous. Well, this deck is still good. I really would be shocked if it didn't make it to 7 wins, given how things have been going. We have a Paladin opponent here, Niminim. Now I think every dumb name is some kind of anime character, but Niminim is probably just a dumb name. Got a Knife Juggler and an Ooze. Just really gonna hope he passes on turn 1, because if I can get this Knife Juggler out and he has to respond to it, if he doesn't have Seal of Light or a Bluegill Warrior, I'm in great shape. But if he does have a turn 1 play here to kill the Juggler, then I'm gonna have a much rougher time.
Hello.
Pass the turn. Pass the turn. Oh, thank you. Okay, so this is interesting because I have the Goblin Sapper now. If he doesn't use his... So one of these cards is the coin, so he could throw it away pretty easily, but he could get stuck if he makes a recruit right now. Oh my god, he actually has Seal of Light. Damn it. That's annoying. Well, I'm in good shape. I'm glad I took this instead of, what was it, Mind Control tech that I could have taken, because I have a 6/4 for 3 mana now, and it's not totally trivial for him to cancel it. He has to use his coin and then play something, and he might not have a 4-drop worth playing to do that with, so it was worth trying. Okay, he does throw out the coin. Does he have a True Silver Champion? I could ooze that. No, he has a Twilight Drake. Ah, that's pretty good. So he gets out a huge thing and cancels out the Sapper. Well played. Alright, we have to polymorph this. It sucks to use a polymorph on a 4-drop, but that's life. So I'd say this started out not so great. This thing is gonna... He just has to play a card a turn to cancel out the buff, so it's not doing me any favors. I have a bunch of crap in my hand, and if he plays anything big, I'm just screwed because I had to use polymorph on a Twilight Drake. Fighter tank. Well, I can take it out. And I guess I gotta be thankful for those little blessings. No, don't even... Oh, you suck. You suck! Damn it. I was gonna happily kill this thing, but then he sucked. Well, what I'm gonna do is play the Fen Creeper then that I just got, get rid of the Divine Shield, and just hope he doesn't have any Blessings of King or other annoying nonsense. I couldn't have killed all of his creatures anyway, so I don't mind leaving the tank alive. I could have run into it, pinged it, and then pinged it again to kill it, leaving a 1/1 Divine Shield versus a 2/2. I'd rather have this 3/6 out. Hey, silences his minions, which doesn't matter because I got rid of his Divine Shield. Gives it +2 attack. Oh god, that's annoying. Jesus Christ. Okay, well this is quickly turning into a terrible game. Just absolutely terrible, but we're hanging in here. We can do that. We can ping that. And we can hit him in the face. So he's got 5 cards to my 6, soon to be 5 after he kills one. I've got a bunch of 2-drops. But that does mean that my deck is kind of loaded or stacked with my Ogres and Tiger. I did already use a Fen Creeper, which is a big drop that has gone out of my deck. And I used a Polymorph, which could be scary if he plays like a Sunwalker or something. Boy, this is just not going well. Surgical Mercenary. Well, that's interesting, because if he starts to, you know, race me, I could race ahead of him. He makes the correct choice. Boulderfist Ogre, we'll trade with this. But I really want to kill this thing off, so I'm going to do this. Ping. Play this. Give it taunt. And yeah, I'm going to let him hit me once with this Ventricle Mercenary or kill off my 2/3. If he kills off the 2/3, that's fine. I'll just Flame Strike and it'll die. And then maybe I can actually get to use this Ogre against this Paladin. Of course, he's not going to flood this board for Flame Strike because right now his minions are expensive. Wouldn't mind seeing a True Silver Champion that would kill this and then get oozed. Hammer of Wrath would be annoying because he'd go up a card for that.
Let me think.
probably not going to be summoning any pirates anytime soon. So, do I use Flame Strike here? Or do I play the Ogre? Frostbolt's intriguing. I could freeze this. And then I can't kill everything, but I can play the Ogre while this is frozen. Try to burn him out. Is that worth it? Alright, let's try it. What's life if you don't live a little sometimes? We're going to kill the recruit like that. We're going to hit him in the face like that. So this thing runs up against this thing. I am assuming he's not going to have any crazy number of pirates, so I'm not worried about this. This is just 2-3 in the arena as far as I'm concerned. That's a wolf, which will let him kill off my stalker. Okay, well, I think it's time to go for broke. So I'm going to Flame Strike to clear his board. And hit him. Play the Ooze, because you don't want to save it forever. And I'm threatening the win with Ogre, Fireball, and Ooze. Paladins have a difficult time dealing with these. He pretty much has to have a humility effect, which is less likely to happen now because there are more cards. So the two humility cards, Humility and Outdoor Peacekeeper, are less likely to be seen. It's a Taunter. Okay. But overall, I'd say that turn was pretty unimpressive. We can take care of all of this stuff pretty easily. I'm actually wondering if I can win. Let's see. I use this, and then I have 6, 12, 14, 15. Yep. Don't need to do anything fancy. Just send it all at the head. And win the game. Boink! Alright, good return to form, but even if I hadn't had the kill there, this Ogre was just going to dominate the game. So that Ogre, well, I think I have 2 Ogres, right? Let me look real quick. Do I have 2 of them? No, I just have 1. This could have been a polymorph. Definitely made the right call. I like it when people post comments on my channel like, lol, terrible drafting, noob. And, I mean, yes, I make mistakes in this channel and I make misdrafts, but I don't think I could call my drafting terrible. I think a lot of people would have just picked the polymorph without even thinking twice about it, but I already had one. I needed more endgame. I took it, and it's been winning me games, so I'm just going to give myself a handy old pat on the back there. Pat on the back. There we go. Munching some good luck carrots. These went into the 4-year-old's lunch today. He ate 0 of them, of course. But what can you do? You can rejoice in the fact that you have carrots now. Okay, I'm going to keep the mirror image in case I get one of my mana worms. It'd be nice to have. Nope. Nope. Well, here I am glad this is not an Arcane Golem because it gives me something to play. I could have Mirror Image there, but I do have 2 mana worms. Might as well wait for that. And right now, Mirror Image doesn't really serve any pressing purpose. Sure, it would protect us against Backstab and Dagger, but I don't see much point. Okay. Interesting choice here. I could play the Protector. Try to use that to kill off the Pine-Sized. What can she play next turn? She can play a 3-mana minion. This will kill a decent number, but not all 3-mana minions. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. I think she's just gonna make a dagger and use the dagger plus the Pine-Sized to kill my 2-3. Bad Bomber's a bold choice. She's lucky her Pine-Sized didn't die. Also, my minion didn't get hit at all, which is great. She can still coin dagger to salvage this. No, wait, she coined this out. Oh my god. Okay. Well, this is pretty good. So what I get to do now is kill that. Kill this. And now I'll play the Mirror Image to protect this from the dagger. And I might get to use this to kill the Mad Bomber. And I might get a card off it with Cult Master. Well, lots of mites here, but this is pretty good. So she has, assuming she kills a Mirror Image, to my 6 cards, 6, one of which is a spare part. One of mine is an O2 Taunt, so it's a target dummy, basically. Alright, it's anyone's game. Shield Bearer protects the Mad Bomber from the Sunfree Protector, so touche on that one. Okay. Do I want to play the Cult Master here? I think I probably don't. She's gonna probably use the Mad Bomber to hit that, the Dagger to hit that. Does the Shade really work here? You know, this doesn't feel good, but this does clear the board. So I'm just gonna do it. She has 5 cards to my soon-to-be 5. My hand's a bit weird, but I can let her build up stuff and Flame Strike it. I can have this sit around and gain power, maybe. And I can polymorph a single big target if she plays one. So I'm just letting this go to the end game, basically. And gambling that I'll draw into a good enough hand to be able to beat her. I've still got Fen Creeper, Tiger, and Ogre waiting for me in the wings. Alright, this I don't care about because this guy has stealth, and the health I don't care about either because it's going to die to Flame Strike anyway. Don't see much of a reason to fireball it, but I will ping it once as if I'm intending to use the Shade to kill it. And depending on how closely the opponent reads into things, she might read me as not having Flame Strike due to my pinging her Cobra. Because if I was planning to use Flame Strike, I would have pinged her face. The Cobra at 4 health dies regardless. Oh my god. So everything still dies to Flame Strike. I don't care about this too much. Ice Lance. Well, this is a bit crappy, but what I'm going to do here is ping this to make her think I don't have Flame Strike. And then pass the turn. So I'm totally going to Flame Strike next turn to kill the Cobra and the Master and hopefully at least one other thing that she has. Then I'll unveil this and smack her for 4. So what she needs here is a good 6-drop that will live through Flame Strike, because then she'll actually have some board presence after I clear. Hmm. 5 and 1 and pointing something at a stealth creature. Very odd. Given that she gave her own creature stealth, she presumably knows how stealth works. Cult Master, I really windmill slammed this one. And yeah, it hasn't been that great actually. Gotta be honest. So she picks a pretty good choice. She gets to get a card back. And a 4-cost minion, well, a lot of them are not going to die to a 4/4. So what I could do is I could polymorph this, ping it, and then keep this stealth, and then Flame Strike next turn. Let's do that. Polymorph that to stop the shenanigans, ping this, and pass. Now I am letting myself get down to 15. This will be the last turn I let myself do that. I will use Ice Lance if I need to save damage. But I'm willing to use my life as a resource here and try to get enough card advantage so that I can just roll her over. Because if she plays 1 or 2 creatures, everything dies to Flame Strike. This thing gets huge. I can kill just about anything she plays. I then drop this, which is very good when it's not being polymorph, of course. And have a fireball I could, you know, catch back up and win. But yeah, going to 15 is not my favorite pastime against a rogue. She freezes me. Okay. Hits me in the face. She's gonna still keep that Cobra hidden. Well, that's good because that's just damage I'm not taking. Alright, Voldemort Ogre arrives. Perfect. So I could trade this in for the Frost Elemental. Can I actually kill that? No, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna shoot. Okay. So I could kill this, play the Ogre. No. I'm gonna trust my instincts. I'm gonna Flame Strike, use a very subpar Ice Lance, smack her there. And what I'm hoping happens now is that she just assassinates this thing or uses a bunch of her mana to kill it. She did have something she pointed at it earlier. Maybe that was a sap. Sap would be good because if she saps this thing, then she only uses 2 mana and then it resets all of the buff that it's built up. Next turn, hopefully I ping this to death and play one of my 6-drops. Man, a lot can disrupt this. If she heals this, I'm going to be in trouble. She's going to silence it. I see. Well, still a 2/2. This is just junk. Wow, I can't believe I'm playing someone with such junky cards this late in the draft. Frostbolt's really good. So what I'm going to do here is, think. If I Frostbolt and ping, then I am 1 mana shy of being able to play a 6-drop. Is that worth doing? Frostbolt this, ping that. Play Cult Master, run that into that. No, it doesn't seem right. Cult Master, run that. Yeah, I can't clear her board unless I use Fireball. I'm a damage shy of being able to kill everything. But do I need more than 1 card off of Cult Master? Or I could just throw this away into that, Frostbolt that thing, play an Ogre, and just have the Ogre stare the Cold Light Seer down. Oh boy. Alright, let's do the safer move here. Let's Frostbolt this, throw away a card for that, play the Sky Golem, pass the turn. So she's got 4 cards to my 4 and the play and life advantage. I have a better minion. I could have gone up a card with the Cult Master, then I'd have a Cult Master here and staring at against this guy. Cult Master was not good this game, I have to say. Maybe I've big on overvaluing that card a little bit.
So many options.
Next turn I can Fireball and Ogre, which would give me a very good board if this thing is alive. You can get some junky things out of this. You can get like a 1/7 taunt. 3/5 is pretty good to get. Well, I guess there's not much like super junky stuff. Okay, it gets a 3/3 that doesn't get buffed, which is great. That is delightful to see. She could just swarm the board with creatures, try to burn me out, but I have a feeling she's going to run out of cards unless she can back it up with a sprint. Just going to assassinate that and give me my 4-drop. That's totally fine. I get a 2/4. Oh god, that's so junky. Ugh, terrible. Alright, well, we're going to play the Ogre. And I will hit that and ping this. And you might wonder, Boris, why didn't you kill this thing? This thing hits harder. The thing is, if I had hit this, she could have used her dagger to finish off my inventor, but now she's got an awkward position. She can't finish this off with her dagger. If she kills it with the 3/3, then I get to ping this, and then this thing got to help me kill both of her creatures. Deadly Poison will allow her to kill my Gnomish inventor, but that means that this Ogre will get to have his day, killing off a 3/3 and still surviving against this Wicked Knife. So what's her last card? Cold Blood. So that actually lets her kill my Ogre. The problem is, oh, she's not having any of that. Alright, that actually makes a lot of sense. I think she made the right call here. Perfectly right call. If I don't get taunt, and she draws any sort of damage, she can kill me. So see, can I win? I doubt it. 6, 8, 14, 15, no. But I can do this and get a card, hoping to get Mirror Image. That would give me some nice insurance. Don't find it. We'll ping this guy off. Play the Raging Worgen. Hit her in the face. Alright, so I'll win next turn if she cannot get 2 damage. Her deck's been full of junk so far, so there's a decent chance she won't have the damage that she needs. But any charged creature will do, Eviscerate will do. Dread Corsair will not do. Oh, thank Christ. Alright, I think I should win now. That was probably way too close. I really think I must have messed this game up somewhere. I probably took too long keeping that shade hidden or whatever. I doubt that everything I just did was actually, like, necessary for the win. Alright, so we'll silence this up. Ping my guy. 8, 14, yeah. I just wanted to make sure I had the kill before I sent everything at her face and then lost. That would have been very embarrassing. Crap! Ah, that was embarrassing anyway. I could have lost that game really easily if she had just drawn any sort of charge creature or sort of reach. I gotta give her props, though, for finding that move of poison, cold blood, and then leaving all my creatures alone. She would have lost if she had just, you know, casually killed my Gnomish inventor. Shoot, where did I go wrong that game? Probably I should have just used my shade to kill something. Maybe I should have played the Cult Master. On the turn I played the Piloted Shredder. That's probably it. Alright, Mage versus Mage. I think my deck is definitely better than an average Mage deck, so let's play correctly here. Let's see if we can win. I don't want both of these 3 drops. We'll keep this one. So 2, 3, 4 is the curve, but these are not particularly synergistic cards. 2, 3, 4, 5 is the curve. Still not super great. Aha! Perfect. So she might have nothing better to do than to ping off the shield. I would pretty much rejoice if that were the case, though. Nope, she's got something better. It's a rifleman to shoot off the shield. Oh, I see. So, I've got a couple options. I could flame cannon this, of course. I could ping it and shoot the Tron at it. I could just play the Worgen. Let her kill it, and then ping this off, or use the Worgen to hit it. Yeah, I think the Worgen's actually the move I want to make. So she kills the Tron, but then I kill this thing, and then hits for 4 with Wind Fury, and it can attack something else. That seems like it's pretty solid. She could, of course, Flame Cannon or Frostbolt this, but that's fine. Then I'll just ping this thing off. Alrighty, do I use Flame Cannon in this circumstance? I don't think so. I think I'll just... Oh, it sucks that I can't really do anything better than this, but we're just going to hit that. Ping this, and then hit this. And pass the turn. I would have loved to have one of my innumerable 2-drops, but no dice. She has 6 cards to my 5, soon to be 6. I have some removal and a big minion. I guess I could be okay, it just depends on what she finds. Okay, Unstable Portal. I have not been, like, royally screwed over by this yet. So but there's always a risk that she just got a 5-drop and can play it for 2 mana. Luckily, that doesn't seem to be the case. Okay, Mana Worm arrives a bajillion turns late. Tiger's really good here, it survives. I'd love to play the Commando to shoot this and ping it, but I'm a mana shy of that at the moment. Spiteful Smith, she paid full mana for that, so that wasn't the Unstable Portal's doing. Okay. I'm going to keep this simple. We're going to do this. Fireball the Smith to grow the worm. And yes, I will use just the Tiger humbly to kill off the zombie chow. So now I've got a little bit of a lead. She has 6 cards to my 6, soon to be 7. I have removal for anything. She's got to prove to me she can actually deal with things. Well, she kills the Tiger, so she gets a good coin flip on the Flame Cannon. Salty Dog was what was created by Unstable Portal. And a Snow Chugger. Well, let's think about this. I got my own Flame Cannon here. Don't think I want to use Flame Strike. Flame Cannon, ping leaves me mana shy, being able to play the Elemental. No wait, Flame Cannon would buff this. If it hits the Salty Dog, I get to use this to kill the Snow Chugger, and then I do get to play the Elemental. If I hit this with the Flame Cannon, okay, then I have to use the Mana Worm and a ping, and then I'm out for the turn. Well, it's worth a risk. Of course, it misses. Alright, what I'm going to do is this then. I think it's better to do that than to hit ping, because this way I at least get a creature on the table, which is something. But now I'd say I'm a little bit behind. That was a pretty lame. And now I'm definitely behind, because this thing's going to kill my guy, and gave her a card. Crap. Well, got to get a good creature here. I get Fireball. Not helpful. So, Water Elemental is a very broken card, but mages do have 2 answers to it, Polymorph and Fireball. I have a handful of spells. Would have loved for this to be a Boulder Fist Ogre at the moment. She does have the Fireball, so she has 4 cards to my 3, soon to be 4. And a Mechanical Yeti. Ah, jeez. This is crap. Alright, I will Fireball that thing. That's how we're doing it. Oh, I get the worst one. Awesome. So, do I have any minions in my deck that I could use this on? Oh yes, that's Stormpike Commando. So I get the crappiest one. She has 5 cards to my 4. I have this thing sitting there. And this could sit there for a while. Oh, jeez. Okay. Might have to pop an early Flame Strike to deal with this situation. This is a Wind Fury? Christ. Alright, well, we're definitely picking off this Divine Shield. The question is whether we're playing the Flame Strike. I could just pass the turn and do nothing. See if she'll play more minions to die to Flame Strike. 3 plus 4 is 7, 9, 10 to 21. Oh, man.
What to do?
If I play, you know, I just need to do this. Just need to do it. Boink. Hit her in the face, pass the turn. So now it's 3 cards to my 4. I've got a removal if she plays anything big, and I've got this thing which is solid unless it gets polymorphed, which it could. That doesn't do anything at all for her, which is great. Just going to ping that thing, so when it gets buffed, it'll still die to that guy, which makes perfect sense. Got a Bolt of his Dogger. I could put it back to my hand and re-stealth it. Or I could just trade for her 3/3. Alright, we're gonna do this. Kill that. Ping her. So, let's see if she has polymorph for it. If she does, then that's good for her. Then I get to play the Ogre. We'll get to see if she has a polymorph or a fireball for that. And I'm just biding my time till I can get... I don't even know what else, really. So I could trade these two, and we each get a thing. Nah. Just gonna polymorph this. Play my Ogre. Kill the sheep. Pass the turn. She could play something huge now, and I lost my polymorph, but I do have a pair of 6-hitting dudes. So that seems pretty solid. Does she have a fireball there? Does she have a fireball? She doesn't. She has a Stormwind Champion. Okay, that's pretty good. So I have options. I could freeze it in place and hit her in the face. I could just cash out and get my 4/4 drop. I mean, why not? Let's just keep it simple here. We'll do this. Get a Wailing Soul. Oh, I could time rewind her and silence my minions. Do I play this? It'll die to Flame Strike, so will this thing. Okay, I have an idea. I'm gonna time rewinder my Sun Fairy Protector. This way, if she has a Flame Strike, it won't die to it. And then maybe I can play it later to get more taunt. Snow Chugger doesn't do anything except die to Frostbolt. She pings the Ogre. Maybe she's gearing up to try to Flame Strike this thing at some point. Defender Vargas, this thing still dies to Frostbolt. Okay, let's see here. Definitely gonna kill this with Frostbolt. Definitely gonna kill this because if it's dying to Flame Strike, might as well. Bonk a lonk. No reason to play any of this stuff because it'll die to Flame Strike. This last card I think is probably Flame Strike. So she Flame Strikes, pings. She has a card left. I play the Protector. No, she doesn't have a Flame Strike. Unbelievable. Okay. She's really working down this Ogre here. Would she really not have played Flame Strike there? It's almost unfathomable. Alright, this plus ping doesn't quite kill the Lord. So we'll do this. Ping. Hit. Mana Worm? I mean, fine. If she has a Flame Strike now, then good for her. She really slowballed this Flame Strike. She's not getting really much out of it except killing a Mana Worm. She's going to Blizzard with the card she just drew, so I guess she really just didn't have that Flame Strike. Alright, my Mana Worm's going to die. Ice Lance. I don't know how good Ice Lance is. I've already used, I think, both Frostbolts, and the Water Elemental, I believe, has been used as well. Don't have a second Ice Lance, so this is just gonna freeze a minion. Okay, that was a Flame Strike. She was just slow rolling it. Okay, okay. Well, she top decks a pretty weak card. The tricky question is, do I ping this or do I try to kill her, get one turn closer to killing her? Ancient Mage.
Thank you.
Let's do this, this, and this. Note that this does not get any bonus damage if the character is not frozen. This thing will kill her in a couple of turns, thanks to ping. Just gonna polymorph this and kill off my sheep. Alright, I think I'm still in the lead here, because she's dead in 5 turns and I'm at full health. We're far away from fatigue. Pretty much any minion I could possibly get will speed things along, like a Goblin Sapper, for instance. So I'm not quite threatening to kill her yet, but in 2 turns.
Something needs tinkering?
Another one of these guys. Alright, getting to the home stretch here, I dare say. Knife Juggler, sure.
Put this apple on your head.
Hit her in the face, ping her. Now she has to have life gain, or else she loses. Even a Flame Strike won't save her. Life gain, like an Antique Heal Bot, will bring her up to 9. 3, 5, 6 damage is what I'd have. Rockjaw Trog is not going to do it, and well played.
Well played.
Alright folks, that'll do it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Please like and or subscribe. I'll see you again soon. We are not going to finish this run in this video, obviously, because the video is ending and I still haven't lost. But I realized, actually, I never opened the pack from my last run. So if you want to stick around for a little bit of a bonus special feature, a guy opening a Hearthstone pack. Woo! We got Sapper, a golden thingy, and nothing in particular. Let's see here if any of those are actually new. Actually they were all new, except for one. That's great. Now I want to check to see if that Clockwork Gnome, okay, so I have 2 of them. I'm not going to dust this one yet, so we'll keep that around. And okay, we're going to come back next time and I'll finish up this mage run probably, and maybe start a new one. Alright everybody, take care.